today we want to bring Tommy and Roman on just to show you guys, what is actually going on in some of these outlying areas in the West Valley. So today, it would be advantageous for you to be watching this versus just listening, because we are going to do a slideshow. Tommy is going to do a slideshow. And without further delay, Tommy, Roman, I want you guys to introduce yourselves, and then we'll get started and get right into the nuts and bolts of today's episode.
Got it.
What's up, Tommy? Tell us about yourself.
My name's Tommy D, or I go by Tommy D. And congratulations, Marcus, on saying a really difficult Irish name spelled by a Polak. But I'm a real estate developer and investor in the West Valley out near Buckeye. And I'm also a fund manager. We've got a private equity fund that's designed for opportunity zones. So, and my partner, Roman, is actually from Yuma and all the way over by the border of California and Mexico. And so opportunity zone development is big over there as well. And Roman and I work together on that, on those projects. So we use our research for opportunity zones to discover things like what's behind my head here, which is one of the largest residential planned developments the state of Arizona has ever seen. And some of you might know it as the Bill Gates subdivision. So the White Tank Mountains out here. Next to it is going to be over 150,000 residential houses over the next 10 years, 20 years, something like that.
All right, cool. And Roman, before we jump into, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, my name is Roman Rubio. I'm partners up with Tommy in the Opportunity Zone Fund. So I am one of the community economic development liaisons that are, kind of bridging the connections with the city municipalities to find these opportunities and hopefully create some economic development, job creation. And that's basically our objective for doing an Opportunity Zone Fund. I am, again, just a little bit of my background. I come from a sports world too, creating my own sports management and creating a soccer team, professional soccer team in the Valley of Phoenix. And that's how me and Tommy kind of became acquainted and became, good friends and now business partners. And we're here to kind of inform people of what we want to do in our objective and hopefully be able to bring in the right minds and the right investors into our fund to be able to, be part of this whole economic development thing that we're trying to get going.
Awesome. So in your own words, maybe start with Tommy, then and back to Roman. For those listening, what does the path of progress mean to you? How, investors coming up, because Roman, you're telling us early, you started wholesaling, then flipping, you naturally just grew into this business. So what people listening, what should they think about the word path of progress? What do you want them to know?
Tommy, go ahead.
Progress, I think, is best explained through like an example. We all have seen the Highway 303 go through a metamorphosis over in just a decade, 10 years. In a 10-year time period, you can see this metamorphosis like a caterpillar to a butterfly with if you look at the 303 and the amount of development out there in the last 10 years. The TSMC project that you discussed in your last episode is one example of at least a half a dozen. And so for us, the definition of path of progress is like what looks like is a massive development. You look at bigger picture and you can kind of see that here, that on this side of the White Tanks over here to our east is all that development of the 303. Well, where does all the people go to justify that? To the west of the mountain. And so over on the west side of the mountain, where you got the pretty view of the mountain and the pretty view of the old West Hill, you're going to have all this new development out here. And the 404 is what I think is going to become the next major development. So I grew up in an area that grew highways, houses, and hotels. And so my father, as a general contractor, built all that. And so I've built 3 cities in my lifetime, and this would be number 4. So I've been developing in Buckeye for the last 8 years, and I've seen it go to this level, from just buying 5-acre plots to now you can't buy even a half-acre lot without spending, $250,000.